Welcome to the Innovation World Young Collaborator podcast series. Hello everyone, Sid here, and I'm excited to host today's podcast where we interview Omkar Dutta, also known as Phenomenal Pablo. Omkar Dutta, 14, is a teenage student entrepreneur, self-help author, motivational content creator, and speaker from Kolkata, West Bengal. His work combines Indian philosophy, personal development, and entrepreneurship. His central creative mission is simple: take timeless ideas from ancient Indian traditions and communicate them to today's younger generation. He approaches this not as an established expert, but as a young active creator actively building his journey. Today's episode is the Outlier Teen, Phenomenal Pablo. Well, it's really nice to have you on here, and I'm gonna go straight into the questions. Could you tell the audience more about what sparked your journey and why you chose the name Phenomenal Pablo? And could you give some insight on what the name represents?
Okay, sure. So the term phenomenal means extraordinary. Okay. So what happened is that in class 8 standard, one incident took place where I was failed in maths. Okay, mathematics, which is right. So that time people started mocking me. People started calling me, yeah, you are a fool. You don't know how to even pass an exam. So at that time, many things happened, depression and all that stuffs. So from that time, I thought that my in my family, I know how to speak about timeless wisdom. Okay, like just Bhagavad Gita, you take Shiv Puran. There are so many things. Okay, so in India, there's a vast concept of this mythological concept. So I was interested in this thing, and I was a great Sanskrit scholar in my school time. So I thought to create videos in this stuff. So I named this term, means my mom gave me this idea that term make this name as Phenomenal Pablo, which means that even if you fail in one thing, you are still an extraordinary person. And my vision is the same, that if you fail in any type of subject, that doesn't mean you are not good. If you fail in maths, you are good in English. If you are good in English, that doesn't mean you have to good in maths. Okay. So at that sense, we named is at Phenomenal Pablo. And Pablo is my nickname.
Wow, that it shows a lot about support from your family and
Yeah.
your idea about how you don't have to be like if you're not good at one thing, you can be good at another. Could you speak a bit more about how you got your branch's support from family and friends throughout your journey?
See, I would say that from friends, there was no support for me. Okay. They started, I don't call them friends because for my life, this is kind of negative thing, but in my life journey, my friends only mocked me. Okay. From starting, from the very beginning of my journey, okay, they started mocking me. They started calling me many things. Okay. So, but my huge gratitude, my gratefulness is all was towards my family and to the Almighty, who always supported me, who always guided me that you have to do this, Omka, you have to perform this, Omka. And like that, we have came here.
That's really interesting. So you're saying that resilience is a key aspect
Resilience, yeah,
of
exactly.
being a content creator and entrepreneur. So is that something that you would tell, like that's you communicate throughout your videos as well? That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's a really good lesson for everybody in our audience to take as well. What inspired you to write self-help books for teenagers?
See, I guess the problem for the teenagers in this generation is not about that they don't have a concept or they don't have the right thinking. You cannot make a person fool in this generation, right? I cannot make you fool, Sid. But you don't have a right guidance or a path to perform the things. Many people want to be an entrepreneur, many people want to be a content creator, many people want to be an author, but they don't have the right guidance or the path. So self-help books, what it does, whenever I write self-help books, it's all about my pain, it's all about my resilience, what I learned from my whole journey. And it shares the thing that whenever you are reading my book, you will see in every pages there's a quote mentioned. Okay, it just make you believe that yeah, you can do it. There are a number of self-help books, but there is very less amount of self-help books from the teenagers who are actually suffering this problem. So I guess I am solving a big problem.
Wow. Writing self-help books for teenagers is really amazing, having gone through this problem as well. I
Yeah.
really I just being able to help people while being also a victim of it, that's really amazing for somebody, and I really respect you for that. And if you want to name some of your books right now for the audience to pick up and read, especially teenagers and budding entrepreneurs, you can just list your advertisements you can
So,
find it.
my first book was in my name, in my pseudonym. So it was Phenomenal Pablo, My Journey, My Lessons. Okay. And the second one was Mind is Not Yours, but it's a kind of a competition book, so I don't take it as my like book authorship. But the third book, which will be published this year, is The Savage Mom. So there's an interesting part of this book. What is that? Savage. If we think of savage thing, so savage is a kind of aggressive person, right? Nowadays, teenagers are type of aggressive. Yeah. If you don't want to listen to me, I will go out of the class, like this type of aggressive things. Okay, but whereas monk is a person who is calm, who is cool. You just beat him, you just do anything, you will just say, okay, okay, I forgive you. So there's a blend of where I'm writing this book, there's a huge blend of savage monk where this teaches you to make yourself a person like a savage and also monk. So let's see what happens. I've wrote a few chapters, so let's see the
Right.
outcome.
So any of our listening audience should definitely check out these books. Is there a
Yeah,
specific
sure, sure.
website
Yeah,
or
no, it's available on Amazon. It's also available on Pothi. So it's everywhere. Just go and search on Google. You'll find it out.
nice? You speak you're talking a lot about a timeless wisdom and dharma, and how can this timeless wisdom from ancient times actually help a teenager deal with modern problems?
Sid, I would like to answer this question in a broad way. So it's a deep concept. Like there are many people with different religions. Some are Hindu, some are Muslim, some are Christians. Okay, Sikh. There's a broad type of religions. Okay, but what is dharma? Dharma is not about religion. Dharma teaches you a well-being, a spiritual well-being, not any religion well-being. Dharma makes the concept that we all should live together. Vasun. So this thing in a shlok there will be there. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So in our Sanskrit modern era, this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam means that the whole world is our family. So Dharma teaches us that how to live with your family. There are many problems in a family, but still a family lives together, right? Just like that, there are many problems in this world. But if anyone is facing any problem, we should help them. We should show kindness to them. Okay, not only to beggars, but also to the rich people. Rich people also have some problems. So dharma teaches a broad thing, which is like impossible for a teenager to learn and to just know. So I speak about it so that in a modern way, so that these teenagers can learn this thing in an interesting way. That's all.
So you're emulating that the world is and it's like a huge family. Everybody should treat each other as a
Yes.
family and be forgiving. That's a very good lesson, and it's a very timeless lesson indeed. Like even
I,
now, people face problems. Even back then, people face problems. So
yeah,
that's really
exactly.
good. So going out of the ancient wisdom, you are also an entrepreneur and you build multiple apps such as Ornix, a digital agency. And how was it Sharon making that while still in school? Because that's really impressive.
Okay, so like uh it feels very bad when you are like you are having the maturity at its peak. Okay, and you are thinking that asking some pocket money from parents is kind of bit like I don't want that thing. Okay, so let's start something from home. Okay, so my initial struggles were from birth. Okay, from the time I landed in okay, and there was so many financial struggles, so I thought that let's earn from very beginning. Okay, I started from 13-year old. I started selling small websites to the companies, to other businesses. Okay, so this is Orings. And the second thing is that I built so many apps. First I tried to build a social media app, but failed because of a team structure. But currently I'm working with my Focus AI, which is also alongside with my content, because my content focus on self improvement and motivation with ancient wisdom. So this is a thing which is helpful for the new generation. Focus AI will like take you to a broader aspect, how to like be disciplined and all those things.
You recently participated in the Mira Ideathon. Could you share what your project was and why it mattered to you?
So in the Miro Meetups Ideathon, it's a builders ideathon where we have to pitch a kind of idea. Okay. So thus I made a prototype of what is Focus AI. So it's about a self improvement thing. It just moves in a dimension that you have to focus, you have to stay disciplined day and night. It gives you notifications. It's a gamified model. So I tried to pitch that thing in Miro Meetups Ideathon, and we got funded for it. So I've started working on it. Let's see what happens in the next 2 years.
That's really amazing. You got funding for your application, and I'm sure that'll go far. And I hope our listening audience, is there any
Yeah,
way that they could contact you to use your product if they wanted to? Like in
sure.
the future, do you have any plans for something?
I do have plans for this project because this means a lot for me. Okay, I just want to work for it. It's kind of a new idea. Okay, just and thing which will like be working in this future times, because people are so distracted in these years. So if this comes out, if this works out, I think that it will work out.
All right. So, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned so far that continues to guide you towards your goals?
Don't stop. I would say this is a valuable lesson. Don't stop, because whenever, see, in a content creator, as a content creator, whenever I post two videos, say in two videos in a week, one videos get, yeah, average views, and the second one gets below average views. So what happens when you get a below average views, your motivation drops down, right? Then you stop making videos, stop making the second video. So that happens, and then the whole thing, the whole inside drop downs. You don't. So for me, I would say that don't stop, because if one video or if one project you get fails, it fails, you try with the next project, you try one more time. What it takes with you, I would share with the audience that just go through it, just try it one more, just give your potential whole potential. You have got the potential, you just have to work out on it. Okay, so that's what I got in this 2 years of my journey, that don't stop. Yeah,
But perseverance, determination. It's similar to the lesson that you said at the start. So that seems to be a very recurring theme on your journey, and that's the amazing theme to be emulating. Like if people, that's the theme that makes it's like the amazing theme for others to learn as well. For budding entrepreneurs listening, what's your take on the difference between motivation and discipline?
so motivation is something which comes after watching a reel of Phenomenal Pablo. Okay, and discipline is something which you have to regain after watching that reel after 30 minutes or 40 minutes. That that I don't provide. Phenomenal Pablo don't provide motivation. He only provide a content, a piece of content. I would say a piece of content which provides you motivation. But the discipline is the thing. Okay, discipline is a very interesting thing which you will gain the next morning. Whenever you are waking up, you think, today I will not work out. Today I will not go to school. But the next moment you see a reel coming on your feed, coming up to your feed, that it says motivation is something you have to work out, you have to do this. You are going to your school, you are doing workout. So that's motivation and that's discipline. Discipline is a hard thing. Discipline is a perfectly different thing from motivation. Motivation you will get from music, motivation you will get from videos, but discipline comes from your inner self, and to for that you have to be lot of you have to read a lot of books, and you have to be spiritual, not any religion thing. You have to be spiritual. You have to go through the all things, all the sacrifices you have to sacrifice, and you have to give yourself to the almighty. That's it. You'll find your way.
What do you think is the ideal mix between motivation and discipline that an ideal content creator or entrepreneur should have?
I would say that there's no such thing from my side which I can tell to the audience, that because your five fingers of your hand are not same. Okay, and every entrepreneurs and every content creators are not same. They have their own ideologies, they have their own path, they have their own niche, and that's it. Yeah, I don't want to exaggerate on this question because I don't think so. There's something specific for everyone.
Of course. Seeing your you've had an amazing journey from getting from the start and all the way to getting this huge internet persona as Phenomenal Pablo. What advice would you give to other people that are listening?
I would say that if you guys fail in something, don't make that failure end of your story. Make that failure beginning of your story. For the audience, I would say one shloka from the ancient wisdom, which I speak mostly about. Antah asti prarambha. Antah asti prarambha. Now, the English thing is that the end is the beginning. So everyone, whoever is failing in its startup, in a business, in their life, it doesn't make sense that you have to end your story there. You can rebuild, you can do it, and you have to do it. That's it.
Perseverance is key. So, how do you think social media has affected young people's mindset? And could you name some pros and cons per se?
Okay, sure. Social media has both pros and cons. Some see in the generation Z, means Gen Z, we see a lot of people focusing on gym. They are going to gyms, they are training their mind, they're becoming spiritual. Whereas the cons are that some are into the stuffs like relationships and that type of things, which are like nonsensical things, stuffs. Okay, so I see that both the Gen Z are moving forward in their own ideology, and social media plays a very vital role. But social media doesn't play a vital role because it depends upon you, what you see, what you consume, and what you create. Okay, what you see in your social media, there's a feed, there's an algorithm. You can change the algorithm what you see, and if you are seeing those stuffs, you will become like that. If you see everyone, if you see David Goggins, okay, daily he's running 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 100 kilometers. Okay, okay, and if you see many millionaires, billionaires in your feed, your mindset will be like, I have to be a millionaire, I have to be like him. And if you see a person who is addicted with mobile games or stuffs, and he's just doing party clubs, okay, you will be like him. Your mindset will say, just be like him, he's your ideal. So if a social media is creating a problem, don't just remove the social media, just remove social media from life, but just change your mindset, just change your mentality. That's it.
Oh, so social media, in your eyes, is a tool to enhance certain aspects of life. It doesn't bring it in, it just enhances what was already there.
Exactly. It just enhances your ideas. It just enhances, it creates a confusion matrix. Okay, confusion matrix between your goals and your ideas.
What do you believe the idea of consistency? We've talked about motivation, we've talked about discipline, but in content creation, in entrepreneurship, the consistency is a pretty big thing. So, what's your take on its importance?
I'd say that have you like ever seen a drop of water falling from a very top side? Ever seen? You have seen, right? What if the water is dropping 365 days in the ground on the ground? Okay, and after 365 days, you come there and you will see that the water has make a huge difference on the ground. Okay, so that's what consistency makes a person. What consistency not only for entrepreneurs or not only for content creators. It's for everyone. Okay, it's a basic daily routine. Consistency makes a person very much different. Okay, now it happens there must be some situations in your life that will affect your consistency. Okay, there must be some workforce workload. Okay, there will be so much thing, but I would say that if you are determined enough, you have to be consistency and you have to work with consistency and you have to focus on that particular work so that in the next 365 days you can make that same change with your life.
Wow. It seems you've been really consistent on many of your teachings, like in social media. I've seen you upload pretty like frequently. You have that like really it's really good the quality of your videos and everything like that. But you talk so much about the importance of motivation and discipline and actually delving into these things. But have you had to like sacrifice a normal teenager experience like hanging out with friends or playing video games to achieve this? Like this
Yeah,
level of
exactly.
consistency and
I left all these things at the age of 12 or 11 years old. Okay. When I was 11, I just stopped this thing. Okay. Like playing video games. There, you will find no games on my PC, neither on my PC nor on my mobile phone. Okay, so there's no game, nothing, no addictions, but just I have the addiction of watching my reels thousand times. Okay, my own reels. Okay, so that's a problem. But I would say that sacrificing these things, okay, at the age of 10 or 12, whenever you are entering a teenage time, this will make a very big change, okay, in your whole life. Whenever you are 40 years old or 45, at the age of 45, you will think that at that time I started grinding for my life. I started earning every penny, every single penny of rupees. Okay, I started working hard day and night, working on my projects. I uh, started working like whole night. Okay, you will see a very big difference. At the age of 25 or 30, you will be settled up with life. You will have the money, you will have the assets, everything. That's it. I believe that sacrifices are important for going through all the life stages. That's it.
so you think your sacrifice was worth it? Like
Yeah, it's worth it. Now, see, from whole world, people know my name. Okay. Like at the age of 14, 15, living in India, okay, where it's still in a pose of developing stage. Okay. It's not yet developed. Okay. Here, standing here, sitting here, people knows my names. Whenever I go outside, people say, yeah, I saw your content, yeah, it's really good. I think it's worth it. Sid, it's super. It's like, I'd say that if you believe God, if you just work hard, if you believe God, whatever, it doesn't matter whatever your religion is. If you just believe God and you just work, you put your hard work for just 2 years, 2 years doesn't take 3, 4 years, just 2 years. It's worth it. It's obviously worth it.
wow, that makes like it really explains a lot because for me, I'm gonna be honest, this whole sacrificing video games thing, it's it'll wrap around my head eventually. I understand what you're saying completely, but still, I have to play with my friends, but I get what I'm saying. You saying the sacrifice is really important in your career,
Yeah,
but for some of the viewers, I'm saying it might be a bit
yeah, but
confusing.
I would say to the audience, who cannot sacrifice this whole thing. I'm not telling you from the day one. You just make the hours less. You just make the time limit less. You play less. You focus more. You enjoy less. Because at this age, I honestly believe that at this age, the most amount of development occurs. Okay, you learn so many things, Sid. At the age of 13, 14, you learn so many things. You meet with many people. You learn a lot. You work a lot. Okay, and then yeah, you have got the time to play video games. But yeah, I know it's whenever I sacrifice, I think that yeah, I cannot play games with my friends also. My friends, in my school, just a simple story. In my school, they talk about FC football, that things. Okay, they play. They ask me, why you don't play? I don't like these things. Like, I have played this thing very years ago. Okay, games. So I tell them, yeah, I just love my work. I go through it. That's it. Like, I also regret of doing these sacrifices, but still the percentage of regret is much lower than the percentage of progress.
Wow, that was really well said. As you continue your journey, what impact do you hope to have on your community and your followers on social media?
To be very honest, my I have built a 20K plus community throughout this journey. Okay, all over the social media. So what impact I am creating? I guess my community members are so loyal to me. Okay, whatever I post, they consume that, and even if I post anything wrong, they oppose that. So I think what I create is creating an impact, because there are many students, there are many teachers also, there are many businessmen. Everybody I talk with them, they tell me that Omkar, you are doing a great job. So I'm a kind of proud of myself. Okay, that you are making this generation and taking this generation in a different aspect of life, where people are not learning, just not learning, they are creating something from the very base, from the very beginning. So that's powerful stuff, I would say.
Wow. I know our listening audience has really enjoyed learning about your work. Learn more about this program and others by visiting innovationworld.org. Thank you for joining the Innovation World Young Collaborator podcast series. This is Sid signing off until next time.